Anyone who decided to get into the field of business analysis thinking it would be a relative sanctuary from the fast pace of changes in IT and application development has certainly had a shock over the past years. With organizations implementing more mature requirements definition and management processes, or introducing agile practices, or integrating RDM or ALM tools, life in the world of business analysis certainly isn't boring. So how do you survive, and how do you do it right? Here are 4 success factors for making change in the area of business analysis and requirements definition. First and foremost, we all know this, but we optimistically overlook or underestimate the difficulty of making change. We used to hear this all the time. Well, we'll just invest in some training and then 20 grand later, boom, we'll be great. Well, it just doesn't work that way. Now, I'm not against training. In fact, that's a large part of what I do here at IAG. I've delivered courses on various subjects to thousands and thousands of folks over the past dozen years. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but I think the training is good enough that many of them get motivated and excited about trying some new stuff when we talk about it and practice it in the course. But to make that change stick in your organization involves a whole lot more. Somebody higher up the chain has to have a vision. You're going to need buy-in at all levels and ongoing support to allow the changes to become the norm. The next thing is people need to really experience a new process to understand its value. I can come in and say, you should do this instead of doing that. I can tell it to you, I can give you slides, you can read a ton about it. But until you start doing it, you really don't understand how it's different and why it's any better than what you used to do. So you need to get some experience. The vast majority of how you learn was experiential. To get buy-in, you need results. And to get results, you have to do it. I know it's a catch-22. That leads to our next key success factor. To be successful introducing new BA or RDM methods, you need the users, the SMEs, and the product owners involved. Contrary to popular belief, it is actually possible. You can get stakeholders together. One of the common problems I hear when I'm coaching business analysts is, well, Rob, you don't understand. I can only get a 2-hour maximum meeting and maybe 1 meeting a week. Maybe only 3 or 4 meetings total. That's it. That's my requirements analysis. And I say, well, if you understand the approach, then you need to get the stakeholders together more because they have to describe their process to you. But I get it. They're tired of going to meetings that don't seem to get anywhere, where the outcome is often difficult to grasp. Business people just don't understand the importance of these sessions. But you need to understand where they're coming from. They've likely had numerous bad experiences. They have a ton of questions. Before they commit, they want to know, how many meetings do we need to hold to define the requirements? How long will these requirements discovery sessions last? What will we be covering in each meeting? Who needs to be in attendance? And what will we get out of it? If you can't set out a well-thought-out, comprehensive plan that answers all of those questions before you start inviting people to meetings, how are they going to respond? How are they going to feel confident that you're going to give them what they want? You can get stakeholders together. It will take time and planning. The truth is, they're not going to see any results if they're not at the table. Lastly, getting it right takes commitment, effort, time, practice, and refinement. You wouldn't give your 16-year-old newly licensed driver a Maserati and let them loose on the Autobahn in Germany. Well, you might, but I imagine you'd be pretty concerned about the outcome. People have to build up their skills and develop competencies by practicing and experience stuff and by receiving coaching and mentoring before they become really proficient. And as you work through the first projects, you'll inevitably refine and improve things with each iteration. As our business analysis profession both drives and responds to changes in roles and methods and tools, one thing remains. That is the importance of understanding and ensuring we're building what the business requires. Business analysts are here for the long haul. And remembering these 4 tips will ensure you're successful in facing the challenges and changes today and in the future.